BATNA stands for Best Alternative Negotiated Agreement. It's the point which is best advantageous to walk away from the negotiation. It should never be revealed to another party. Here we are seeing two scenarios of people in meeting. What does each one represent? Position. It is a negotiator's opening offering represents the ideal target value of issues being negotiated. In other words, it's what the negotiation says about their want. It is important to differentiate between position and interest. But what is interest? It's an unspoken motivation or reason that underlies the position. So it's unlikely to be expressed. May not be directly germane to the position. In negotiation, always try to focus on person's interest rather than only on their position. To determine the position and interest better, we need to address the needs and wants. So what each refer to? Needs. Negotiated outcome that negotiators must achieve. For example, we have Sarah and her manager. Sarah is asking her manager for more time because she needs to finish the loads of work she have. On the other hand, her manager needs to meet his deadline. The best solution is to reach a middle ground where all parties are satisfied. So some of Sarah's tasks got resigned and the manager got more time. It's so important to negotiate your needs, not only your positions, to get the best outcomes from the negotiation session. If you got more than your needs, then you achieve the privilege of having your wants. Wants. What are wants? Negotiated outcome that the negotiate would like to have. For example, Wendy is asking her manager for a day off. She doesn't need it, she just wants it. In the previous example, the manager gladly accepted Wendy's vacation request. But what if there is another scenario in negotiation process where a party's want is comprising another party's need? What do we do in that case? We use the triangle talk. What is a triangle talk? A triangle talk is a structured approach used to prepare and conduct a good successful negotiations. It consists of 3 major steps. Step 1. Know what you want. In this step you need to exactly determine and formulate your goals and objectives. This helps to retain focus and minimize distraction. The more clearly your goals, objectives are defined, the more likely that priorities can be accomplished. Step 2. Know what they want. In this step you need to attempt to determine other parties' likely needs and wants. Estimate their underlying interests. Be aware that the other party might think differently. Ask questions to know parties' interests. Step 3. Propose action. You need to propose an action in a way that they can accept. In order to do that, you need to do the following. Frame your needs in tandem with other parties' needs. Propose in a way where the party can't but say, yes. Remain flexible, composed and reasonable. Address their needs initially. An example of triangle talk. On the left side we have the seller and on the right side the buyer. Both are discussing and reached a mutual understanding where both their needs are put forward. What if an issue arises during negotiation? Before answering that question, we need first to know what an issue means. An issue is an item or topic to be resolved during negotiation. Now coming back to our question, what do we do when issues arises? First step, pause and clarify the problem. Both parties should clearly understand what the issue is and why it matters, instead of reacting defensively. After that, parties can generate options and make trade-offs. This may involve adjusting terms such as price or time to reach a mutually acceptable outcome. If the issue still cannot be resolved, negotiators may bring in a mediator or refer back to the contract terms. Issues in negotiation are opportunities to problem solve, not obstacles when managed calmly and strategically. When resolving an issue or negotiating in general, it's so important you have factual information to back up your stand. What's a fact? A fact is a truth or reality that the parties can state and successfully verify. Here we have an example of Party A discussing with Party B an issue arose and supports his statement by factual statements. If facts are not enough to support an agreement, then we should come up with a strategy to find a solution. What's a strategy? The overall approach that's used to reach a mutually beneficial agreement with a supplier that holds different point of views than the buyer. Let's have an example where a negotiator is performing the strategy approach wrongly. We have a supplier and a buyer disagree on delivery timelines. Instead of mutually agreeing, the buyer is insisting on his position without giving any room for discussion. Another example of how strategy should be applied. A buyer, on the left, and a supplier, on the right, disagree on delivery timelines. Instead of insisting on their preferred schedule, the buyer adopts a collaborative strategy aimed at mutual benefit. Sometimes negotiators comes out with a lose-win situation. That's because one of them has a great power in convincing the other to do things in their term. What does power mean? Power is the ability to influence another person or organization to do something. To be a person with power and to execute a good strategy, we need to have a strong element. That element is tactic. Tactic is a short-term plan or action to execute a strategy, cause a conscious change in a counterpart's position, or influence others to achieve one's negotiation goal. To reach our benefit in a negotiation session, sometimes we have to compromise. The act of compromising is called concession. What is exactly a concession? It's a trade-off in which offering something to the other side in exchange for something else. The aim of negotiation is to find the best solution to satisfy all parties. By using the negotiation terms correctly, it ensures you a successful negotiation.